is gonna be a quick one today. Sun's almost down. Probably not gonna get any shots realistically, but LEICA M3. We got, what is it? Contax T2? No. Once again, the second best, Contax TVS. All right. The TVS is one of those where it's kind of interesting because you buy it. First of all, you're buying a point and shoot. I guess let me start by saying the images that it produces are shitty, but they're shitty in a good way, which is kind of what you're getting with any point and shoot camera, right? That's what you hope for. It's for taking pictures that you would take with your iPhone, but the benefit is that it is film. So that's sort of the gimmick with the point and shoot, and it's got a flash on it. But the TVS, or the T2, has like that nice Zeiss lens on it. And it makes some great images. The TVS is the cheaper version with a zoom lens. Now the reason it's cheaper is because some celebrity, some whatever, brought it on a Jimmy Kimmel or something. And so the sales prices of that shot up, and then celebrities started using it. And it's like, oh, I'm an artist, I have a camera. The TVS used to be the more expensive alternative to the Contax T2 because it had, people wanted the zoom on it, the zoom function. Now it has a problem. The more you use it, the more it wears out, okay? Get that. The more you use it, the more it wears out. So it has a problem where if you're switching from, I think it's like a 28 to a, I don't remember. I don't use it. I just shoot in 28 because I'm too scared. If you switch to the less wide, if you zoom in on it, it can snap those little wires and your entire camera is destroyed. So that's cool. But the overall quality of the lens is, I've had mixed results. Sometimes it looks really good, sometimes it looks really bad. And that could just be because of the nature of it being a point and shoot. Like I say, that's what you get when you're using a point and shoot camera. You are basically getting an appealing and aesthetic looking crappy image, right? So, but I like it, you know, I like to carry it around with me. I like the idea of having a point and shoot and it fits in my pocket, so I use it. It has a weird issue of like turning everything green. That could be just that the meter doesn't read right a lot of the time. Or that could be the film choice. I don't really know. I mainly shoot higher ISO film through it. That being said, the higher ISO film is typically tungsten balance film, which will give you a more blue cast, but it's giving me green images. So I don't know what the deal is with that exactly. Like I say, I bet it's just it underexposes the image. It has a kind of funny, it has something that other point and shoot cameras have, which is a panoramic view, or a panoramic mode. It's not really panoramic, all it does is crop. It crops your frame, and what it really makes me want is an actual panoramic 35mm, shooting two 35mm frames at once, which you're only going to get by paying out your ass for. buying like a, you're only going to get that by buying an X-Pan, right? So if you know what the X-Pan, the Fuji X-Pan or the Hasselblad Fuji X-Pan, you're going to pay like $2,000 for a camera for just the camera, and then you got to buy lenses for it. That costs way too much. But God, do I want one of those? Of course, I want one of those so bad. I'll probably realistically never buy them because they have the same issues as any film camera that was produced in like the 90s that's battery operated, it's electronic. It's going to fail you at some point. But that's the beauty and what's so great about something like a Leica is that it's purely analog and all mechanical. That's why digital Leicas, I don't know if I'll ever buy a digital Leica because this is kind of cool. I don't know if I'll ever buy a digital Leica because of the sensor degradation. Is that the right word? The sensor will degrade and be unusable at a certain point, so you gotta look out for that. And it's extremely expensive. All right, I'm gonna go take a shot here of some trees. Wow, interesting. Pretty sure that I'm not gonna like that. Might get a shot of this. There's a lot of power lines out here, and they're all sort of like going into this thing. It would be a good shot for color. Unfortunately, I've got black and white. Not unfortunately, but this would be a lot cooler on color is what I'm trying to say. I took that shot on f8 15. All right. You know, I can get away with doing handheld on 15 and get away with it, but only with the Leica. That's why you should buy one. Buy a Leica M3, buy a Leica, honestly though, buy a Leica M2, because if you like shooting something other than 50 millimeters, then you're gonna want an F2, or you're gonna want an M2. I wish I would have bought an M2, but the M3 is great. I've gone over this, I think it looks much better than the M2, and the M4, and the I like the M5. I want the M5 actually. The M5 is cool. It's got like that asymmetrical look. Maybe not asymmetrical. It's got that sort of, I like things that you either love it or you hate it. Or you gotta get something other than the Rolex Submariner if you want to be cool. If you have good taste. The Rolex Submariner is like the perfect watch, but I'm wearing a Doxa. You either love it or you hate it, and I love it. So it's like, if you know, you know. And if you're rocking an M5, you probably know. Why didn't you get the M6? Why didn't you get the M4? Because it's cool. If you're watching this and you know me, you must think I'm such a fag. Which I am. Not really. Not like literally. But it's funny when you watch videos of like people that you know and they're like talking about something. It's so cringe watching somebody that you know and you like know how they act in person, and then you're watching their like version of themselves like on video. It's funny. It is funny. So if you know me and you're watching me right now and you're cringing, sorry, just don't watch these. I'm kind of just doing this because I want to talk at something, and I'm sort of talking into the void. I'm good at carrying a conversation with myself, and so I just want to talk into a potential. That's what this is talking to potential viewers. If somebody wants to watch this and they've somehow suffered through my own rambling about random shit for this long, thanks. How's your life going? I hope it's good. Whoa, that's cool. Holy shit. I'll have some of those cuts in the beginning to make you think that something cool happened.